Highest book, you'll say next. All right, Marty McVeigh, a question for you. As I mentioned at the top of this, before this debate, I spoke with a survey of small business owners and asked them, is there a question you want me to ask of the possible future mayor of Houston? And I was surprised how often I heard the same complaint from them, that getting permits in our city is a time-consuming nightmare. It can take months to get a permit for a simple project. One permit runner told me that some of her clients are saying, don't even bother trying to put me in the city of Houston. I'm going to go to the county because I just can't get a permit. We heard about this when Bill White was mayor. It's still a problem. What should be done about the permit problem in Houston?
Sure. Well, that's one of the biggest inefficiencies that exists in the city of Houston is the permitting process. If you are you need to obtain a permit, you're going to go down there, you're going to spend all day, and you're going to bounce from one person to another person, and then after you complete your work, you're going to be waiting for months to get someone to come out and look at the work before you can. If you're a business owner, that's going to eat into your future profits. What I have proposed is having one person assigned to one permit, and this would be throughout your permitting process. That would be efficient. It would save the city money. It would save the business owner money, and it would save you time. The permitting process should not be a hindrance to doing business. It should not be a hindrance to improving your property. It should be a way that you were able to earn more. You were able to get more done. It costs everyone more. Contractors,
thank you very much, Mr. McVeigh. Sylvester Turner, if you're elected mayor, what would you do about our permit problem?
The only thing is that there were 20,000 permits requested in 2012-13 as compared to 11,000 in 2011. I think it's very simple. For those small jobs, you take them out of the line and you allow them to have an express system, just like you're going to a checkout. You don't need to stand behind the larger projects. The smaller jobs, you take out residential seeking permits, one-stop shop, have everybody there to sign. For the larger projects, they go through the regular process. But under Chapter 42 now, you can expedite that. For commercial people who want their permits, they pay to.
Thank you very much, Sylvester Turner. Chris Bell, permits.
This is one area where my goals toward modernization will make a dramatic difference. Just today, we rolled out our eHouston program. You can read about it at belformayor.com. One whole section has to do with permitting. That entire process you should be able to accomplish it online. They have made some steps in that direction toward e-permitting, but not enough. We believe that you should be able to apply online, and decisions and comments and additions should be made online. It will greatly expedite the process, and as one who just spent 4 hours down there after the flood, we're very much for this.
Stephen Costello.
I'm the owner of an engineering company since 1991, who has dealt with the permit department since 1991. Who better to understand the challenges that we have in the permit department? The challenges are not only in plan review, but they're also in construction. The problems that we have is we don't send the same inspectors to the same site and come up with the same conclusions. So who better to work through the permit process than someone who has that experience? Thank you.
Adrian Garcia, permits.
Well, first of all, you want to make sure that a homeowner trying to do a simple remodeling job isn't being treated like someone's trying to build a 50-story skyscraper. We need to make sure to support our engineers and our architects who are bonded, insured, licensed and credentialed, and professionals at the job, and who have done work before in the city. That experience should account for something, and we should let them get their projects moving forward, so long as they comply with all of the regulations and the codes provided by the city of Houston.
Thank you, Adrian Garcia. Ben Hall.
Each of the prior answers assumes that we have to keep the system the way it is, and we have to have some centralized permitting process. What about if we deliver permits at the local libraries? You go online, you submit your documents, you get your permit after it's been reviewed. How about that? Number two, what about the opportunity of having private enforcement of these ordinances? Those that are non-lethal, those conditions that are non-threatening to life, you can have private enforcement. Those persons who are working on the project can call it to the attention of the city if they see non-compliant behavior. I think that's
Thank you very much, Ben Hall. Bill King, 30 seconds on permits.
Look, issuing permits is not rocket science, right? This is a question of leadership. What we're doing is we're electing a CEO of a $5 billion corporation, and you've got to hire people and put them in place. And you put somebody in public works, and you set a metric, and you say, I want this problem solved. And if they don't solve it in 6 months, you get rid of them and you put somebody else in there to do the job. That's what leadership is about, and that's what we need in the next matter.
Marty McVeigh, final word on permits.
Right, and I want to expand a little bit on having one person and one permit. Certainly, one person is not going to be able to handle one, but they're going to handle a portfolio, and that's going to be the person that you're going to work with from the moment you enter into the system until you are out of it. That is efficient. That is a one-stop shop. That saves taxpayer money. That saves you money. I can't imagine our city growing by the amount that it is growing, and we don't have a system in place that is efficient.
Thank you very much, Marty McVeigh.